with my uncle. It was really, really dope with my uncle. I learned a great deal about my family history, which was, which is really, really important to actually know where we come from and who we are, to know where we're going. Is really important because throughout life you can stumble upon a lot of things. You can stumble upon a lot because you don't know who you are, and you would just be keep making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes in your life. So understanding who you are can bring about a better future for you. Most of us don't know who we are. It's because it was taken from us. But I always knew that I was um, that I have some special abilities about myself. I always knew that something was different about me. I just couldn't figure it out. All the signs was there. Like most of my friends that I grew up with, was a lot of them was Hispanic and Puerto Rican, and I tend to shift towards that way when it comes to like friends and close people I can trust. You know, um, yeah. So it was really, really dope. And then I learned that I need to get a copy of that from my uncle about one of one of our ancestors. He was property of somebody. He was a slave, and um, that's why we got that name. I think that's why we got our last name, because he was the property. And if you have property, like Unc said, you have property, you have to pay taxes on your property. So I learned that from the first time. Unc didn't tell me that. So that was really, really good. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother. So, you know, learning who you are, learning your family history is really, really important. Everything's going great, brother. Yes. Everything's going great. I really appreciate it. Everything's going great. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, you know, it's really, really important to know who you are and know where you're going and know your roots and knowing your bloodline so you can pass it down upon your children. That's how it goes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's having a beautiful morning on this beautiful Friday. That was really, really dope because Aunt talked about things and gave it up to y'all that he um, talk about with me, and he loved the video. So he definitely is gonna put that up. That's gonna be for the record. And now my children can know actually on who we are. And then he broke down the history of the Virgin Islands. That was really dope too. That I didn't know about. Unc definitely is a researcher. He's a fact finder, and in his own right, you know, he's a scholar in his own right. We all are. It's passing the bloodline. I look at my uncle. Um, I see nothing but all amazing men, all amazing men, and it's really dope to know where you going, because you got to know who you are. Most people that don't know who they are, they stumble upon life. They stumble and stumble and stumble, and you get signs, but you just brush them off when you get the signs, because you keep stumbling upon life. and you get signs on who you are. You know something special about you, but you can't put your finger on it. And at this age, the age I am now, to learn who I am, it's like a masterpiece. It's a complete. So now I know where my future lies with inside of myself, and I can set myself up for potential success in the future and for my loved ones, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. When I look at my uncle, I see my father. He like does the same thing as my father, because that's his the brother. My uncle is the last elder of males in my family that hold on the Monsantos. He's the last, so I have to pull up. He has a lot of information that I need for me to just get through in life. I may stumble upon some stuff, which I did, and he helped me out. So you always need that elder in your life. You need an elder to teach you the, the do's and don'ts, because they have experienced a lot of things in life. Even though I experienced a lot of things, but he has a more deeper understanding, uh, basically how to figure things out. And if I do it his way, which is the ways of the old, I can get things done. It would be precise and it would be completed. Then I mix it in with my ways. But if he's telling me to do it that way, then as elders, you got to do it that way, because there may be things that he had tried, and he tried it and it didn't work. He was basically rebuked back down to the bottom, because trying to do shortcuts. So you have to be really, really careful and understanding what you want to do out of life. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. So this is a short video. Um, this video is yesterday was dope. It was really dope. It was really dope. You got a lot of information, and I'm gonna do another video with somebody, with my cousin. I'm gonna do a video with him, and I'm just gonna just ask him questions. That's it. I may periodically turn the camera back and forth between me and him, but that's coming soon. Just to have different people on my YouTube channel, people that I love and people that make sense of a lot of things. You know, that make sense of a lot of things. That's really, really important. Hold on 1 second. That's really, really important. So, yesterday was really, really dope. Like I said, it was really, really dope getting information that you didn't know. And he definitely gave me a gift too. I got to hold on to that gift. I got to pass that down to my son. I'm going to pass that down. He passed it down to me. I'm going to pass that down to my son. I'm not going to tell you the gift right now. I'm not going to tell you the gift. Maybe later on, I'll tell you the gift. But I'm still, I'm still on the journey. Still on the journey. I'm definitely going to be, hopefully, Lord willing, inshallah, I'm definitely going to be going to Puerto Rico and St. Thomas. These are the two places where my family come from: Puerto Rico and St. Thomas. You heard him yesterday. Gave all the dates. A lot of dates that he gave up was the 1800s, the 18th century. So he can trace the lineage all the way back to the 18th century, which is really, really good. And that's the legacy right there. Um, Jewish, Monsantos, Sephardic, Hebrew, facts, and I'm Muslim. On top of that, I'm Muslim. So this is really, really dope to actually find out who you are. I'm so, so happy. And if my children is watching this, I want to let y'all know that I love y'all. And that's exactly who y'all are. Okay? It's exactly who you are, what I just said. Jewish, Hebrew, Puerto Rican, Guinea. Yes. That's exactly who you are. And Muslim. I want y'all to, if you do watch this, I want y'all to carry on the traditions of the bloodline, of the family, Jacob and Austin, my two sons. This is this video is for your guys. So now you know who you are, because at your age I didn't know who exactly who I was. You know, Puerto Rican, right? Hispanic, correct myself, Hispanic, you know, Portuguese from Portugal, your great great grandfather, yes. We have a rich history in Puerto Rico and St. Thomas. Your great great grandfather, yes, your great great grandfather fought in Puerto Rico. That's right, fought in Puerto Rico as a boxer, held it down. And you have a great history in the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. That's right, synagogue over there. The family contribute $200 back then in 1800s, I think 1833. That's a big thing. That's a big number. So, your to my sons, if you're watching this, that's who you are. Okay, never forget who you are, so you can understand your future. This is coming from your father, and I love you so much. You may not understand now, but later on, as you get older, you will understand. Just like I understand right now on who I am, because you got to find out who you are so you can build a better future for you and your loved ones. Because are, you definitely gonna have some children. Yeah, yeah. That was really really dope. That was really really dope. So much love, so much energy, so much focus, and so much connection. Like I said, he's the last elder right there. My uncle Wolford passed away. My father passed away. My grandfather passed away. There's no more elders of the Monsantos. Yeah, there's no more elders. There's no more elders but him. He's the baby. So I gotta get all the knowledge and all the wisdom and understanding from him. Yeah, that was really really dope. I want your guys to have an amazing amazing Friday. It's Fish Friday, and let's keep up the work. When I get home, I'm gonna do a couple of topics. I'm gonna do it because there's some topics that I didn't cover because I was chilling with my uncle. But there's some topics I'm definitely gonna talk about. I want you guys to tune in. I appreciate this channel is growing, growing. I really appreciate y'all and all the knowledge and everything that I have. I'm giving it to y'all. I'm not holding nothing back. Each one teach one. I'm just trying to help us out. I'm just trying to help us get to a point in our life where that we can find who we are, but do with the Lord's help. You gotta add in the Almighty. You have to add him. The Almighty is the Alpha and Omega. So have this beautiful, 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 beautiful Friday. Peace, y'all. Later.